Hi guys, I'm Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. As you can see on the screen, something that is scaring everyone who's preparing for NLSAT Part B, how to write subjective answers. As I had promised earlier that I'm going to teach you how to write these answers by picking up sample questions. Earlier, before this, we'd already discussed the sample question provided by NLSAT on their official website. We have been waiting for more sample questions as they promised in the webinar. However, I don't see any new additions till date on the day when I'm shooting this video. So what I've done is I've picked up a sample question from my modules that is available for NLSAT on our website. Just in case you're looking to prepare for NLSAT and you're looking for study material to prepare for the same, because it is a new exam and there are no books available, you can resort to the NLSAT module that is available on our website. The link of the same is given in the description below. Now let us understand how to solve these questions. We are looking at a new question apart from the usual Sandeep COVID question that everybody has seen up till now. Now here what the situation is that Sham is a driver working in Brook Bond and Company. Now what happens, one day his manager asks him to drop a customer at the airport and tells him to get back at the earliest. That so basically what job he has to do, he has to drop a customer to the airport and he needs to get back to the premises at the earliest. On his way back from the airport, he happened to see his fiance waiting for a bus. So he sees his fiance Ruhi, who is waiting for the bus to go in order to go home. What he does is he offers to drop her home, and this home of hers is very close to his own office. So he picks her up and drops her to her house. However, what happens in between is that there is some accident that happens due to Sham's negligence and she is thrown out of the car. Now it is also mentioned that she willfully got into the car and soon thereafter the accident happened. When she suffers these injuries, she files a suit against the company, the Brook Bond and Company, that is the employer of Sham, to claim compensation. Now, in such a situation, you have to tell that what will be the remedy, whether she will get compensation or not. As they have specified in their response guidelines, they've clearly mentioned that there cannot be one answer. One correct answer cannot be there to such a situation. You have to provide for an answer based on your own reasoning. Now, some people on the reading of facts may feel that yes, she is entitled to compensation, and some people may feel that no, she's not entitled to any compensation. So there are both the motions for and against. How do you need to write an answer in such a situation? We will try and see that how, if in case we are opting for the yes situation, we are opting for the for situation that she will get a compensation, what will our answer be? And also after that, I'm going to provide you with the answer for the against situation, that is the no situation. Now here for the in case of the for situation, you see that it is stated these answers have been already pre-prepared by me, that have been given to you in the module. So you can first write your own answers and then you can check with this reasoning, and something may strike you as well. So these are the kind of questions that will come to you with practice only. It's not very difficult because it's all reasoning based. So basically the approach lies in understanding the question well, understanding the facts of the question well, using the facts that are relevant to you, skipping the facts that are not relevant to you, then identifying what the law point is. Once you do these things, then you apply your logic to the situation and you give the answer. Now, just in case you're studying for other exams, you need not apply your law. Now, in such a situation, people might get confused that, okay, this is a question from vicarious liability concept under tort law. However, there's a strict no, as they have mentioned in their response guidelines, that prior knowledge of law is not required. So you need not apply your knowledge of law here. You need to give a reasoning based answer only. Here, what reasoning that we have given is Brook Bond and Company shall be liable. So This means that Ruhi will get compensation. Why? Because firstly, Sham was working for the company as their employee at the time of the accident happened. Then Ruhi, then now since he gave the offer to drop her back home, he did not take a different route to drop her. While he was going to his office, on his way back to office, he dropped her. So there was no new route taken. The Ruhi's house was on his way back. Then, thirdly, the accident was committed because of Sham's negligence during the work timings using the vehicle of the office of Brookbond and Company. Therefore, Ruhi will be liable for damages because the company ka vehicle hai, he's using the vehicle of the company, then company should be liable. Now, fourth is even though Ruhi got into the taxi with her own consent. Now, here, as we see above, that they have clearly provided that she willfully got into the car. Now, how to get off this particular circumstance? What reasoning can we give to get over this? Here you see that we have stated even though Ruhi got into the taxi with her own consent, this fact is going against us. But how do we turn it into our favor? But it was Sham's negligence that caused the accident, and it was not relating to Ruhi's consent. It did not relate to Ruhi's consent. It was because of Sham's negligence that the accident was caused. Sham was the employee of Brookbond, as we've stated in the first instance only. So these are the four reasonings that are given to make the company liable. Now, what if we want to say that Ruhi will not be liable to get a compensation? What can be the situation there? What reasoning can we give there? Brook Bond and Company shall not be held liable because Sham was asked to drop the customer and get back at the earliest. The company has clearly provided that you need to drop the customer and get back at the earliest. There's a writer, it is already been said, as you've seen in the facts, that uh, the job is clearly defined. Then, but he took a detour and went on to drop his girlfriend, which was not his job or the task that was assigned to him. So there's a clear reliance on the issue of job. What task has he been assigned? This is something that is out of the scope of work that has been assigned to him. He is running a personal errand at this particular time. He's doing his own personal job, which is not a job for the company. So how can the company be liable? Now, the another fact that we checked here also, that she gave her own consent. Here, how are we going to use it for against? Here we used it for Ruhi. Now here we are going to use it against Ruhi, and we will say that Ruhi was aware that she was getting into the taxi at her own risk. She got into the taxi at her own risk. Later, she cannot claim. She was in the taxi, she was present, she knew how Sham drives, and even while in the car, she was present at that time. She got into the taxi with her own consent. So here, then she cannot claim this compensation from the company because it was at her own risk. So these are the sides that we've taken in the against circumstance. So this is how essentially you need to look at the facts of the situation. There is no single right answer to it. So don't get bothered when you read a question. Firstly, the first thing that you need to keep in mind is that there is not one particular answer. You can check the situation and you can see that in favor or in against of the plaintiff. Plaintiff is basically the party who's seeking the compensation, filing the suit. So, in whose favor do you find more points? If you find more points for the person, then go for the for situation. If you find more points in the against situation, then go for the against situation. So, this is how you need to decide. Reasoning is something that should come from within, it will happen through practice only. There is no set formula that I can teach you as to what reasoning can you give, because it varies from situation to situation. It will all depend on the facts of the situation and the kind of norms that are given in the question. So that is how you need to come to the answer. I hope uh, you are getting some clarity as to how to deal with part B. The examination is coming near, and we'll soon be coming out with our mocks also for NLSAT. So, just in case you're looking forward to practice more questions, you can check our website for the module as well as the mocks. And just in case you have any further doubts or queries, leave the same in the comment box below. And if you want to know about more such videos as to NLSAT, or law as a career in general, and you want to be updated with the legal current and news, then also you should subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon for immediate notifications, and follow us on Instagram, because there we keep uploading a lot of legal content on day-to-day basis.